Oh, that makes sense.
And we're off. Yes, yes, treasure chests, good, good. Thank you, King.
Ragnar versus Wario. Oh man, he's right off the bat, and another key. That's actually, this is one of my least favorite starts because I never know the optimal way to handle it.
Well, I think you wind up using the wings. So you have 2 keys, so you can both check the treasury and save that extra key to go into the basement, which is what it looks like they're doing.
I misspoke. Wings and gold, or a key and gold.
Oh yeah, that's.
So then you need to decide what order you want to do between buying keys, checking the treasury, checking the basement, checking outside to see if there's a town nearby. There's too many options for me.
So it looks like we got a bunch of money to fairy waters and I think a torch. So that's not a bad start. New in our most recent version of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer is the ability to throw torches and fairy water at enemies for damage, which can be very useful to get level 2 and 3 at the beginning of the seed. Probably not to throw at a stone man. Congratulations to our first death of the seed. Sparkover is the winner. GG's. See you all next time. Oh wait, you're supposed to not die.
Oh, it's my favorite category.
Dead percent. I did not see a strength check.
No, nor did I.
So Sparko's looking for the perfect monster to chuck a fairy water at. You got an early town right there. And a cave. Scorpions have weak breath, which is weak, but enough to roast our level 1 heroes, that's for sure.
Yeah, 11 hit points is not gonna last very long in the early game.
VaeluV is looking to grind an easy enemy. It's a slime! A slime's a great thing to kill for 1 experience.
Right. When they're doing 2 and 1 damage to a slime, that strength is in the 4 to 5 range.
Yeah, we might be fighting little bitty slimes for a couple minutes. Yeah, VaeluV's up by 300% right now, which is just impressive. With all that gold and the treasure, if they could make it to that town and buy something like a hand axe, that could make a huge difference.
Oh man,
but
absolute.
Oh, we've got level 2 here, which gives a nice 9 power, some hit points, and 18. So that's going to be real significant. And with 23 MP worth of heals, they'll be able to walk through some swamps, that's for sure. It's like Sparkover is trying to make it over to that town. Oh, scorpions have sleep also. Brutal! And the town is Hawksness. Congratulations. Seed Troll is intact. I believe the statistics are that 100% of towns 1 screen away from the castle are hot.
this is looking like I'm kind of glad right now that this tracker doesn't have a death counter.
I'll move a little bit back from ye old microphone. That might help for you.
I'll try and get as much volume as I can.
So we're just plodding away here, beating up slimes and scorpions and ghosts. A ghost is actually good experience, so you can get a whole 4 from it. Creeping up on level 3.
Power is going to help a lot.
That 18 hit points is also a nice boost.
Might be able to survive a random baby breath.
Sparko's taken on a Magidrake, and she gets it for a nice 12 experience. So with those power boosts and a little more hit points, I think they're going to be able to beat up some monsters and get some more traction to get out of the starting zone.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're looking for either a bit of a HP boost or a spell that's explore a little more comfortably.
Yep, Sparkover's got level 4 now, which has another 7 power, and still no spell.
Yeah, looks like she's pulling away a little bit just by virtue of using the mountain tiles instead of the forest, which have half the encounter rate that the hills do.
And the cave is... looks like nope, it's not Tablet Cave, this is a monster. That might be Swamp South. Mountain? Okay. Mountain it is. I'm trying to time off-tempo bumps with the motion on the screen. Meanwhile, VaeluV trying to get up to level 4 so he can creeping out with that extra hit points and stuff. Oh, Drakemas have sleep and weak breath. That's also rude.
It is. Sleep is just one of the worst things to come across. 100% accuracy. And I think you have a 1/3 chance, or no, a 50-50 chance of waking up every turn.
Right. So, this seed is, a little bit cruel at the beginning, but it's not the kind of seed that, so far anyways, is going to be super punishing late, because those weak breaths are not going to be a problem once you've got the armor and whatnot.
Yeah, and another nice thing, really a huge thing, this early in the seed, is that we've seen a lot of enemies that are going to be good for the mid-game grind. We still haven't seen any of the late-game enemies, so depending on their abilities, we don't know how smooth the endgame is going to go yet.
Well, we did see that one stone man who had the ability of Smush, the basic attack of death. VaeluV venturing off to the north where there is another town. Fascinating. What will it be? It is our finest Brecconary, home of a store.
Stores are extremely valuable early in. Copper sword.
And silver
really
shield.
Nice. Copper sword would have been a huge find at level 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still all that money in the treasury. They could quickly go and get it. Level 5 with a bunch more power.
Oh yeah, Ryguy pointing out that mountain cave is right there to set up a gold grind. So I expect to see a silver shield relatively early. Oh! See, block and VaeluV. Did he not purchase a dragon scale? Am I live? I'm dead. Darn.
I think we're all dead.
Oh,
Maybe.
finally. Not sure what was going on there.
I'm gonna take a wager that the channel didn't hear the last couple minutes of commentary either. There's a very fun reason for that. Is that my microphone was unplugged. And
Oh,
it
good job.
canceled that.
Well, back to the race. I saw a couple people in chat mentioning some purchases, but I didn't actually see what new equipment people have that we need to catch up on.
So I don't think anybody... Sparkover did a short grind, but didn't actually pick up the silver shield. It looked like she bought a half plate, perhaps. And
Okay, and I see VaeluV's purchases right now. Half plate and a large shield.
Yes. Okay, so that sounds about right. Did Sparkover get the copper sword also? And also they're levels 6 and 4 now.
Looks like she's doing really well on experience. actually venturing away from the castle now. Ah, she got a heal spell. That helps.
Well, they started with heal,
Really?
but now they've got experience, and now they've got enough magic points to use repeatedly.
I didn't notice they had it.
Alright, so now, now that we're back to the race, they commentate on very professional broadcast. Sparkover is continuing her exploration to the west of Tangel, around the Loopy River, to nowhere, it looks like.
To a Druid Lord.
To a Druid Lord.
Which might be beatable right now, and if so, that's a fantastic encounter.
Yep, they have been receiving a lot of attack power from their levels, so... strength, rather. So, yep, that's beat-upable Druid Lord for some good experience. VaeluV getting the bad news about Hawksness. Something we will not be fighting our way through for quite a while. Because really, anything that's on the spike at Hawksness is going to require either hurt more or heal to easily fight. And we've got a mean armored knight in that zone, too.
Man, they do have stop spell. Every once in a while, if I've got stop spell and decent attack, I don't mind checking the spike tile just for the knowledge of what's on it. And I'll just open with stop spell, and if it lands, you got a chance that it's casting something 75% of the time, and you can actually eke out a victory.
That's a good point, especially where Hawksness is so close to the starting cast. Taking a lottery ticket at whatever's there could be useful. The VaeluV taking a crack at the mountain cave now. See if he can open the chests there. He has not seen the red dragons that are quite cruel and ended Sparkover's run through the dungeon.
Are they abnormally cruel or just strong?
They're just red dragons right now.
Okay.
We didn't see what they did other than squish squish.
Gotcha.
Wolf Lords have sleep, but Sparkover landed a stop and is just racking up the experience. Let's see what level 7 gives us. Still no more spell. We did get a bunch of spells at level 6. Yep. VaeluV found the red dragon. The red dragon said no. Yeah, so that attack power is getting up there.
Yeah, a dragon that just swings can be a problem if they're all over the overworld map. At least if you don't see anything else, you have an idea of what you're getting into when you're ready to finish the game.
Yeah, definitely. We've also seen an armored knight, which just did some beating up. They're one of the other common villains of Seed.
Yeah, those two far and away are the most difficult to run from and have basically the highest strength, with the exception of golems. And yeah, if you see those and they can be problematic, if they're too frequent in Shylock, they can really affect the math that you need to do before you're ready to dive.
Oh, definitely. Oh, VaeluV's taking another crack at Mountain Cave, almost to the second floor. Gonna pick up some delicious treasure. What have we won today? It's a fairy water. It's the armor. Oh, that's actually a very big find.
That's a good prize.
So it might be a little while before Sparkover goes back in, given the red dragon. So that could be an advantage for VaeluV for a bit. But Sparkover has found
Maybe
coal.
she'll find a sword here.
Stones of Sunlight.
So Stones of Sunlight are a necessary... They're actually both. The Erdrick's armor is also a necessary item, effectively speaking, in a race setting to beat the game.
Sparkover has purchased a hand axe which should boost that attack power even more. And if she can go pick up the armor at some point soon, you know, she's really able to fight a lot of those mid-game monsters and rack up the experience quickly. And VaeluV did get enough treasure chests in the mountain cave to activate the gold grind, so it looks like he's going to be on his way to a silver shield. So...
Can't imagine what else he met. Has he seen a weapon? Then I don't know. He might actually be empty-handed still.
I thought he grabbed a copper sword. I'm not sure though. That was during the dark times. But luckily, it's a very short walk right up there to pick up the silver. And none of the monsters in Zone 0 or 1 are really going to cause any problems.
A little more HP in him for level 8.
Sparkover has found the Weird Swamp, an area devoid of logic. But she just keeps fighting things along the way, and I think she's just steadily gaining experience in a way that's going to give her a nice advantage in this early part of VaeluV is going to need to catch up as he uses this armor to hopefully beat up some baddies. Because with the Erdrick's armor and the silver shield, that's a lot of defense.
It is. Her experience getting a little concerning. Late in the game, a couple hundred experience can be made up in a couple minutes or less really easily. But this early on, without hurt more, something that lets them take on the endgame enemies very quickly, the 500 plus point experience deficit, pretty significant.
It is a lot. It is a lot, but we'll see what happens. Looks like Sparkover's headed back to the south. I think she finished exploring the north little area. We found Charlock, we found Cole, the Weird Swamp. So Mountain Cave might be next on her agenda.
Yeah, man. Erdrick's armor would be a huge find for her. Ryguy with the really good point that VaeluV is basically repelling almost anything that he's capable of killing because his defense is so much higher than his attack power.
Yeah, the repel spell is based on defense, as it turns out, and not attack. Well, he did get a Wraith Knight there for a nice 72 experience, which is level 6. Level 6, of course, came with more defense. Sparkover just reached level 9, which is another 10. So the power is ramping up quickly at the early game. So the big question is going to be whether VaeluV can exploit this huge defensive to catch up on fights really quickly. Because he really doesn't have any risk of death from most of the things until you get to the Stone Men and the Red Dragons of the world. His Wraith Knights are only hitting for 9 damage, that's not too bad. Oh, and Sparkover has Heal More.
Yeah, I think
that must have been level 9. So, yeah, Sparkover's got 90 max HP and heal. So, you might see her tackle what's in Hawksness pretty soon, because it's about the point where you can fight there. It's the Stones of Sunlight Cave. And our free item today is an herb.
Stones of Sunlight, as VaeluV on the other side picks up his stones.
Fascinating. and a bonus hand axe. So that'll help him beat up things faster as he tries to catch up on the little experience deficit that he's accumulated. Meanwhile, Sparkover has explored to find the town of Garrahan, and since they have keys, it's an easy 3 treasure chests plus another cave. VaeluV up to the weird swamp, and then up to the dead-end desert. Let's see what we got. A cursed belt, a money, and a death necklace. So Sparkover's got the death necklace now, which, given the huge quantity of hit points we've got at level, might be quite relevant by the end of the game. And we've got Vanilla Grave.
So if she can clear this out in this trip, there really will not be much left to explore, I think.
No, at that point you're really looking for the coordinate and whatever's in Hawksness and Tablet.
Tablet Cave, and then have we seen Readiness?
Not yet.
So
One torch.
I think
A second cursed belt. And a third cursed belt. 3 cursed belts is very important because it means that all 3 search spots will have an item. So Hawksness definitely has an item. The coordinates definitely have one, and we already know that Cole had the... What did Cole have? Oh, the stone.
Right. Jerk and Hard Caves, I don't think those have been found yet.
Nope, not yet.
In terms of treasure chests, yeah, I guess there's a couple more locations in the overworld that found still as well.
VaeluV making his way to his free herb. It's a very nice herb. So, Sparkover is trying to run away from this armored knight who does not want to allow her to run away because he is a meanie. Armored knights, as Zarnak said, are one of the 2 hardest things to run away from in the game, I think. And they really doesn't want it to happen.
It's kind of curious to me that she's not... I don't know if she swung once and decided she wasn't doing enough damage to make it worthwhile. I think with heal more, that would probably be worth fighting.
Yeah, I did not see an attempted swing. But
unless there was a dead end that she was hoping to rule out exploration-wise before she died.
True. And it looks like Sparkover is going to do her gold grind next. It's time for a silver shield. It costs a mere 14,800 gold?
Can't be doing that much damage. You might be right, guy. It feels like they're at a point where they could do maybe... Like, even if there were 10, I would be thinking about it. I suppose there are plenty of good reasons to try and run.
Yeah, because we missed a little bit of the early stuff, I don't know their exact strength numbers right now. But, 7 to 10, that's enough to kill it in 5 heal more?
If he was hitting the Wraith Knight for 7 to 10, but was also... and is now hitting it for 20, and is also 2 levels behind. I know one of those levels was 10 strength.
Oh, it looks like Sparkover is grinding for all the monies. Because she has not seen the armor yet, so she might be going for the trifecta, because she has seen a flame sword, and I believe I saw magic armor in either Cole or Breck. Because with the flame sword, you could...
Not Raigai. I'm seeing Reiji on the top, and thinking Raigai. VaeluV is actually going for this with herbs, because Healmore wasn't till level 9.
Yeah, this is a tough fight. An excellent move! Oh, but it wasn't enough! Oh, no! Oh, that is a sad time.
That's a heartbreaker. What a courageous fight. And the worst is just when you know you just spent a minute on a fight, and then it was all just a waste of time.
Sparkover using her 30,000 monies to buy 6 keys before proceeding to Shopping Town. Looks like she is going... Oh yeah, she's going up to purchase her silver shield. VaeluV has found Swamp Cave of the North, home of stone men.
I have a feeling he's not going to check the spike tile right now.
I don't think so. Speeds up a Dracula.
Depending on the location of Swamp Cave, particularly Swamp North, knowledge of what enemy is on that spike tile can be one of the most efficient grinds in the game.
So, that's a red dragon. Red dragons and stone men in Swamp Cave, which could be a nice gate if there's something through there that they need to get to.
Right.
Sparkover has undergrinded by 2,000. Did she just pick up a full plate? So no magic armor, but still within not too long she'll find the Erdrick's armor, I'm sure. But she does have a flame sword, which is going to be very useful for fighting any of those things that you can beat up with the Healmore. Yep, so Sparkover has Silver Shield, Flame Sword, full. VaeluV still chucking that hand axe at people. Yeah, so Sparkover's hitting Star Wyverns for 20, so that's well beyond enough to be able to kill one, considering she has...
Yeah, this is... She'll be seeing level 10 any second now, and right now, she's...
Ooh. VaeluV looking at the spike in Hawksness, and it is a golem. That's not really what you want to see if you are VaeluV right now.
No. Although I feel like I could probably take that on at level 9.
As soon as he's got Healmore, he'll be able to do it. Until then, so. Nope.
Sparko should be getting 10 right.
There it is.
Ooh.
22 agility. My goodness. So that's a lot of defense.
Absolutely ready for Hawksness, and obviously she doesn't want. It looks like she's exploring right now, and that's at this point a pretty high priority. She doesn't need to find too many more locations before she can just settle into a grind.
Yeah, pretty much. At this point, I have to think Sparkover is going to take a trip to Hawksness reasonably soon. Probably after this next death warp.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, if she doesn't find an inn very soon, then she'll be lucky to survive.
Does get away from the AK. Trying to finish off this last bit of exploration of this area of the map before going home.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, the worst... There's a lot of things that are the worst in this game, but one of them is when you get an encounter while you're exploring an area, and then you die, and then you come back and realize you were about 2 steps away from seeing a dead end.
Yep, that is the bad times. Sparkover has found the jerk store.
Yeah, so just getting away from that armored knight to be able to check that area off her map and say, I don't need to come back here, is a victory.
Or in this case, I do need to come back here.
Yes.
Oh, is that the south end of Swamp Cave? No, it's Tablet. This is actually significant. If this is the sword, it could be a big advantage. Well, she's already got the flame sword.
Well, and have we seen the harp yet?
We have not.
Or the token. Both of those have to be outside of Shylock, so there's a good chance one of them's in a chest.
It's the flute.
Very.
That's super significant because that's going to make her golem fight much easier. And given her stats, you could almost grind those golems to pick off a couple levels, right? Obviously, she doesn't know that the golem's there yet, but as soon as she finds it, you'll be very happy with this exploration that found the fairy flute.
Yeah, and I think we've just confirmed that... well, actually, have we seen the basement of Garen's grave?
Yes. I think it was...
Yeah, I think we've...
Oh, no, we haven't.
Okay. Yeah, then we have 4 locations left. The bottom 2 chests of the grave, and the Hawksness tile, and the Overworld. And 2 of those are going to be token and heart.
Yep. And, yeah, so VaeluV found Rimuldar, which has one of the other chests in the game, and it is the Fighter's Ring. A hefty 2 attack power bonus. I don't think we've seen the last chest in Mountain.
Which is nice.
Sparkover nobly fighting her way with 5 MP through the countryside. VaeluV tries.
Did he make it to the last chest?
I don't think so.
Okay, I thought he did. I must have.
I'm not positive. VaeluV headed into the basement of Tantagel Castle. Right back in. So, all things considered, Sparkover is still holding about 1,000 XP lead, which isn't huge, but it is significant. And entering another cave, which is, she's already been there. That is the Stones of Sunlight Cave, and contains 1 herb. So what is VaeluV looking around for right now? It's Cantlin. So we're going to find some coordinates, which is a thing that we know has something. Don't know what it is. But given the chests we've seen opened, it's probably good.
the options would be at this point the harp, the death necklace, Erdrick's sword, or Erdrick's token.
Well, it can't be the necklace, because Sparkover found that already.
Oh. What's that?
So, yeah, it pretty much has to be required. Unless the flame sword's good enough, but even then, you still want to go search. And since he has the armor, these barrier tiles are harmless! 15 south, 27 east. So that's going to be right over near Hawksness, and not too bad of a walk. So I think he'll probably do that almost immediately. Probably will not need to rescue the princess this season.
Oh man, and especially if he gets level 9 before he dies, or goes back to the castle, he'll be able to hit up Hawksness and the coordinates in one trip.
Yep. And Sparkover just got to Hawksness and has gotten the very good news that there is a golem there for her to beat up.
Well, she's gotten the very good news that they have hurt.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's even better.
Doesn't look like it's a 75% chance, but they have it.
It's
And
Golem
maybe-
Christmas.
Yeah, even if the golem uses it only 25% of the time, the nice thing is that you can rule out that they don't have Dragon Lord Breath or Hurt More.
Very true. VaeluV taking a death warp. Probably going to go search those coordinates. Let's see what we got at the search spot in Hawksness. But first, level 11. 8 more power. It is the token. So now we're really only looking for the harp to get access to Charlotte. At least for Sparkover. I don't believe VaeluV has found the Jerk Cave yet. Right now he's counting out those steps. Count well. Yeah, Sparko's gonna look through mountain.
You find a silver harp or an Erdrick's sword.
And Sparkover is gonna finally find her Erdrick's armor.
Oh, she's gonna be so upset about that.
Yeah.
Telling all these things that she might want to fight.
You almost have to feel like you're probably behind finding the armor in such an easily reachable place. But in this case, she is actually... the bottom of mountain was just money.
Right guy pointing out the AK was guarding that chest for both players.
Yep. VaeluV has found the harp at the search spot. So, good there. And can immediately turn it in.
That is interesting, actually. Now, there's a 78% chance that the sword is in Charlotte.
Ooh.
A 22% chance that it's the basement of Garen's grave. Which play do you...
That is a toughie. I feel like a lot of it depends on what their strength numbers are at, say, level 13. If you got enough to go with the flames, why bother going back to the grave?
Right. And they still don't have Hurt More either. And I don't
True.
know that they've seen anywhere to grind enemies, even if they did. Like any green dragons or axe knights, anything like that. So do you take a shorter, probably easier path, lower odds, or do you just grind and then see what happens?
Personally, right now, I would go whack golems for a while. It's a consistent grind, it's right next to home, so you don't have to go very far to get your MP back. And it's good experience, you know. for picking up to level, 12, 13 or so.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
255 a pop is a lot.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what...
Especially now knowing that the golems have hurt. So with the fairy flute and that hurt, that's a reasonably safe fight.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember, like, how close was Hawksness to Tanajel Castle? It's like
3.5.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't mind. I probably wouldn't even waste much time with the flute. I would just get through the fights as quick as I can. If I die, just get back there ASAP.
Yeah, that's what Sparkover is doing right now with this fight out in the wilderness. Straight attack and heal more. And she's going to hit level 12 pretty soon at 3000 XP. But first, she has found Cantlin also, which means that she will have her cord, and shortly the harp. And that means she would be able to go into Charlock and dive for the potential of that sword down, if it is there. And also to scout out what is in Charlock. VaeluV, meanwhile, finds the Sparkover bridge and searches it, even though he's already searched the spot.
Spectacular.
1 point to
when she
you.
watches this back.
So with that, Sparkover is 1 golem away from level 12. Not sure what she's still searching for.
Has she seen Swamp Cave?
Maybe not. She's definitely seen Charlock.
She might just want to... She may just want to find the spike tile and see if there's a grind there.
Sure.
Oh, she also... I also don't think she's seen...
Oh, that's it. She doesn't know that the harp is at the search spot yet. So yes, she needs to find Rimmel She needs to look at the other things. Just... They're what she needs. And she is at the south end of Swamp Cave, and she's going to take a peek at what is on this. To find out if the grind is better than the golem back home. May also be going for the princess, although I think those coordinates are well countable enough. Yeah, definitely thanks to chat for helping with tracking notes and reminding us of things that have happened. We are broadcasting very many Dragon Warrior races tonight. We are stretched a little bit thin this evening. Level 12 comes with an appropriate 12 power, 16 MP, and a spell. I just want someone to check their menu screen so I can see. It's very quick. Oh, a red dragon at Spike. Should be beatable.
Oh, wow. I think that was Sleep. The spell she...
I think so, too. There's nothing to take here, Raggy. So VaeluV has picked up his token. Oh, Sparkover's gonna rescue the princess. How nice of her.
Interesting.
You know, given that Tantagil's in a weird place next to water, she might want the princess to count just in case it was on the second continent somehow. so I can see that.
Sense.
Meanwhile, finding some wolves down there. Oh, she checked the menu, but I was too slow. I was gonna screen grab.
Wolves are a valuable enemy pretty deep into the... At this point, she can probably usually one-shot them. Get 40 experience. It's nothing to sneeze at.
No, definitely not. So the princess has been returned to the castle, enabling her to get the coordinates GPS, and therefore find whatever is in the spot, which we know is the silver harp, much earlier. I'm not quite there.
Bobski getting the screen grab. What stands out to the 121 attack power at level 12 with the flames.
Thank you, Bobski. That is a lot of attack power, so they're pretty close to being able to handle the Dragon Lord. They've got 10 heal mores with that 82 MP. 105 is enough. If they can get to 129, that Death Necklace could give them another 10 attack power. And 77 agility is no joke. That's enough to run from a lot of things, repel a lot of things.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah.
88 defense is above the threshold most people consider the minimum we would want for the final battles. They're in very good shape.
Makes you want to open up that document that Archfield Monk just put out today with all those numbers. A fabulous document of pretty much everything you would want to know about the Dragon Warrior Randomizer, which is in our training room on the Discord.
If you're part of the community and you're in the Discord and haven't seen that yet, absolutely check that out. And if you're not in the community yet, there should be a Discord link available in chat. Everyone is more than welcome to join. Ton of people who are happy to answer any questions anybody has.
Yep, I've only been racing this for a little under a year, but it is definitely one of the most fun and quirky randomizers out there. I find it tremendously satisfying because of the mapping aspect. The random map makes this game very, very interesting to play. Meanwhile, Sparkover, brimming with confidence, is out just beating up blue dragons first, and is well on her way to level 13, which might be the tipping point of being able to dive in the Charlock. First, though, she's going to do the long walk back to the Jerk Cave to get the rainbow drop. I think she's retracing her steps now to get back there.
I'm looking at the tracker and noticing neither of them have a scale. I don't know if I've just missed that on both of them.
I don't know.
Chat answers my question before I ask it.
Yeah, I would wager they got it early.
I remember VaeluV, the first time I saw him in Brecconary's item shop. I was watching that closely, and I definitely didn't see him equip a dragon scale after leaving. I don't know if he bought one.
Yep, so the dragon scale worth a mighty 2 defense power. But that can be a big difference sometimes.
It can. Defense breaking enemies is based on defense breaking enemies basically means that the damage calculation changes to something. Their maximum is much less than it would be if you wouldn't have been defense broken. It also allows you to repel them. So when you reach that threshold, especially with some of the enemies that can be in Shylock, your life much easier as you're heading down at the end.
Yep. Meanwhile, we've got Sparkover stocking up on herbs, arguably for a Shylock run. VaeluV reaching level 11, almost caught up. Still with a little bit of an XP deficit, though. It looks like Sparkover is going to go into the grave before Shylock, probably to see if the sword is down. Because if it is, that should be enough attack power to take on the dragon. Be 131, I believe? Maybe with another level for magic points. So not quite, because they only have 10 heal more. But she's only 100 experience away from level 13, so surely that will bring something as well. Oh, Sparko has gotten the fighter's ring. So if you want to add fighter's ring to Sparkover and dragon scale to VaeluV.
Yeah, this is crazy. We could be looking... We'll find out right now if level 13 could actually be enough.
Mm-hmm. What do we get? 13 power, good gravy. That's 136 attack power without the sword.
Lucky 13.
So, there's the sword. Why not just add some more attack power?
Oh, what a play.
Oh boy. But she doesn't have outside. Oh no. A long walk out. I don't think they have return either, if I recall correctly. Sparkover looking for a fight. Wolf Lord's not gonna do it. Death warping is actually going to be a bit of a problem here for.
Maybe she can get level 14 on the...
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, there's an Armored Knight. The Armored Knight will... Ooh, 17. Armored Knight will very slowly murder her. In slow fashion. Armored Knight, what are you doing? Just checking to make sure that both the Fighter's Ring and the Dragon Scale are on. Very careful.
Getting murdered slowly, but I think maybe not slowly enough for VaeluV.
Yeah, VaeluV has a bit of ground.
We still haven't seen Shylock. If it's littered with red dragons and armored knights, little RNG can make you burn a couple heal mores and change your outlook. So it's absolutely not over yet, but his time is running short.
Very true. Because even though we got all of that attack power, we did not get more magic. So with 82 max MP, only have 10 heal mores for the whole dungeon. And I think we're on average, what, 11 attacks to win?
something like that. I don't remember what the attack is. 46, 148, something like that.
It's either 146 or 148. We have used the Rainbow Drop. Welcome to Sharlock Castle.
In any case, I'm definitely going to want at least 2 or 3 more levels for attack power.
Oh yes, definitely. We don't want to go to the Dragon Lord until we can one-shot that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a seed recap. We had a double key plus wings start, which was in some money in the treasury. A very nearby Hawksness and Mountain Cave. And Mountain Cave had the armor in it. Hawksness had the golem, which would crush you. But yeah, generally a reasonably friendly sea. Both Sparko and VaeluV have tackled it reasonably. VaeluV is not that far behind, honestly, only about 900 experience. Just a little more exploring to do. So right now, Sparkover is about halfway through Sharlock Castle. It's 2 big obstacles here. One, are there a bunch of red dragons on the bottom floor? Because that could eat up a heal more or 2. 2, what's on the spike? Because if it's a red dragon, you're going to be hard-pressed to get out of that fight without burning 1 heal more, I think.
I think you're right.
And that's a pretty valuable heal more.
She might be able to get through it with this attack power, actually. She should be able to 3-shot it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If she has herbs, she should be okay.
Alright, no obstacles. Everything's fine.
First 2 zones looking pretty manageable.
Literally nothing could go wrong.
Oh, no, don't say
Oh no. Oh, sorry. Sorry, everybody.
No, you don't say that.
I'm just waiting for... because we haven't seen wizards yet. A wizard pops up and has sleep and DL2 breath. I was graphing this, and then my microphone exploded, so I stopped graphing it because I had to pay attention to the race and fix things. So Sparkover about to go into the basement of Sharlock Castle, home of the Dragon Lord.
She's not her first armored knight already.
VaeluV still exploring about.
But yeah, someone asked if he has seen the Jerk Cave, where he would get his rainbow drop. We call it the Jerk Cave. It actually is a term coined by Sparkover when she played this game, Vanilla. When she played the vanilla game for the first time, she went into that cave and didn't have Adric's token, so she got kicked out. She called him a jerk.
Very apt. But no, I do not believe that VaeluV has found the Jerk Cave yet. That is going to be, I believe, out this northeast area of the map. Which Sparkover won that fight so fast I didn't even see what it was.
I think it was a blue dragon.
Sure.
Not even bothering to heal. Why would you?
Smush. 52! Alright, she opens with a shot for 20. Then 19 more for 39 total damage. A nice 54 in 3 swings is nothing to sneeze at. 76 already halfway home.
Man, yeah, this is absurd. Level 13. I don't know that I've ever seen a level 12 victory.
109.
About
Yeah.
as close as you can get.
Yeah, 12 would have been tough, but almost maybe possible if you got really lucky. Do not cast Repel, that will not do what you want. Oh no.
Luckily, it won't cost you a turn. It will just say that cannot be used in battle.
Oh, that's actually good.
Yeah. I have done that more than once.
So Sparkover going back to the castle. Get your
Dragonlord
GGs
goes
out
down
in chat.
easily. Spark over first place with a time of 1:06:39. GG.
GG indeed. With VaeluV still racing on his way down into the... because he needs to pick up that sword. I think one of the big differences here is that Sparkover's had that flame sword for most of the seed, and VaeluV's only been in a hand, which is a sizable gap.
Yeah. Good point. Especially, I don't think she never learned Hurt More, did she?
No. Actually, yeah, that's funny. A seed with no hurt. I haven't seen that in a very long time. So I believe we'll be getting Sparkover in here for a post-game interview shortly. I also have no idea what magic is involved in making that happen. I'll leave that to the professionals. VaeluV beating up an armor knight.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, I was gonna ask if you found a armor knight grind, but that wouldn't make sense. We already knew the spike tiles.
Oh no, he's going down into a grave.
He's in the grave, right. If he gets a couple more of these, he will hit 13 before he gets his sword. And will be not far away from finishing.
Do we need to grab an admin to get Sparko in?
Oh, maybe. I think I did see someone mention something about the bot being down.
Ooh. Alright, so VaeluV's trying to sneak around this Garen's grave. And there we go. He has found his way back to the correct path to get downstairs, where the sword is. Yeah, I don't believe I have invite privileges.
I don't either. I think somebody get Sparkover the hookup and get her in here.
Well, there's level 13 for VaeluV. And, right near the Swordy Sword. Swordy Sword, an official term. This is a very serious, important broadcast here. Yeah, it was a very quick seed tonight. Very friendly. Lots of attack power. VaeluV also getting the bad news. He definitely does not have outside either. Who needs spells? So, VaeluV doing the long walk back out of the Garen's, or maybe a Death Warp. Hello, Sparkover in text chat. How are you?
GG! I'm sorry that we can't figure out how to get you in here.
So, that was a fun little scene.
Zoom!
Have a Dr. Pepper. So, probably one of the biggest differences for you, Sparkover, was that you went and picked up a flame sword, which is a very large... VaeluV was wielding a hand axe for most of the seed. Did you think that grind would be that important?
The answer is... it's a bear.
It's a bear!
She says, I figured since I was headed back to the Garenham area, it made sense to get Flame Sword money. That makes sense.
That's... yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that pause at the store where you're like, oh no, I am 2,000 gold. But luckily for you, it wasn't that bad since the armor was just waiting in mountain.
Yeah, we were wondering, did you intend to get magic armor? And if so, were you aware that full plate was available as a backup, or was that just a stroke of luck? Because it sure worked out, whatever the plan was.
It did. VaeluV has escaped Garen's grave. Congratulations. There's no worse moment than being at the bottom and realizing you have to walk your way.
Yeah. That is a bad one. I think he's just combing the map looking for the rainbow drop now.
Yep. So what did you think of that seed in general, Sparkover? It was reasonably friendly to you.
Maybe the full plate was there, but that worked out. The difference between those two is pretty minimal, unless you need to diffuse hurt more.
Oh, we got a response in the Discord.
Oh. Got it.
Meanwhile, we got VaeluV making the way over to the Jerk Cave. And there's a fine rainbow drop, so he'll be able to make his way into Charlotte Castle. But here we have a Sparkover, I believe. Welcome!
She's here, but I can't hear.
There we go. Hi, sorry, I could not hear you at all, and that was on my
Oh,
end.
no.
Oh, quite alright. GG.
Well, I thank you.
That was a zoomy seed.
That was a very zoomy seed, but I mean, when you start, like I said in the chat, when you start off with heal, and then you just are very strong, it'll just take you there. I mean, I'm very impressed with that time, considering we had no more hurt more, but, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of happy with that. It's nice to just, power your way through it.
Yeah, you were able to beat up pretty much everything as you were walking around, which, just this nice steady stream of experience.
Yeah, it just kept coming.
So I think, the only bad thing that happened to you was finding that armor reasonably. Did you feel behind it all at that point?
I mean, I definitely worried a little bit, because when I found Mountain Cave really early on, I discovered it had the Stone Men and the Red Dragons, so I'm just like, well, I'll probably wait a little bit until I go into there, but, it's always frightening when you find the armor so close to home that way.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, those reds were nasty early.
Yeah. No, I really did feel like, I played pretty well overall. Funny though, right at the very end, I didn't know I had returned. I was talking to myself. I'm like, should I go to Cole? I need to go to Cole and buy wings. It's pretty close. I can do that, right? And then I checked my spells and I actually had returned. So I'm really glad I cast Repel that time, or I might have taken a lot extra time there.
That's actually funny. We did notice that neither of you got outside, which meant you had to walk out of the grave.
Yeah, but though, if I knew I had the return there, I probably wouldn't have done the death warp the way I did, but you know what? It turned out okay. I mean, either way, I figured getting out of the cave versus doing a death warp with the whole, hey, look at my fighter's ring, look at my dragon scale. It still turned out okay.
You were just checking to make sure they were there.
Why, exactly. I mean, they're the ones that sent me out of there in the first place. Gosh, if I'd actually made it through there the first time, I would have hit the sword so much earlier, but, the Armor Knights have to throw a little wrench in the plan.
Whoops.
On the other hand, I would never mind terribly a walk through the grave with the exchange of being ready to dive and end the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was looking at my attack power, and even with the flame sword, it was quite strong there, and I'm like, depending on these levels, I might not need Erdrick's sword, but it happened to be there right away, so I'm like, well, it's time.
I think 13 was doable with the flame sword.
Yeah,
It was not a freebie, but
No.
It was very, I think maybe even favored still, though.
I thought about it, but pretty much, I knew I only had the 2 chests left from the grave to get, so I figured it's close enough, I'll go there, and, it turned out okay in the end.
Yeah, we were asking about that earlier, when it got to the point where the only things we didn't know what was the contents were Shylock chests in those two chests in the basement of the grave.
Yeah.
We were speculating whether either of you would just gamble on diving Shylock first.
Yeah, I mean, with all those chests in there, you know, math definitely says, hey, go to the castle first, but yeah, I don't know. It was at the point where I still didn't have the harp, and I hadn't found Callan or Remulder yet, and I was like, oh gosh, so I have those two spots, the two grave spots. Thankfully, the whole Catelyn to the harp to the shrine cave to the Remulder actually turned out really, really well, so I'm kind of happy for how that worked out, despite the fact that I didn't need Gwaelin as much as I thought I did. Like, oh good, I thought it was a much windier path, but you know what? You gotta get the girl anyway. Shoutouts to Gwaelin.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Osmati or someone in chat was saying maybe it was insurance against a nasty river getting in the way, making counting more difficult.
I mean, to be fair, I also did want to see what the grind enemy was. Little did I know I wouldn't need it, but I mean, I definitely would have went to the Red Dragon to fight, you know, if that were a thing that I would have needed. But, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, it turned out neither of you really did any, like, spike grinding. There was the Golem or the Red Dragon, and the Golems were reasonably friendly. Wasn't necessary.
Yeah, even like the part where I actually happened to find the Tablet Cave before I went over to Hawksness and then had the Fairy Flute, it's like, well, this is good.
VaeluV bumping his way down through Shylock.
Looks like he's pulling up a map.
A wise decision when you have no light.
Absolutely. But I think he's got maybe 2 or 3 more floors to go. Should be wrapping up shortly.
I almost did Sherlock in the dark, actually, but I thought, you know what, I think I'll still be faster overall if I just pick up the torch, so I'm kind of glad I did. I can do it, but I still feel a lot more functional when I can just see, you know?
Absolutely.
Vision is nice.
Mm-hmm. Who knew?
Oh, we're gonna see level 14, actually.
Oh.
4 more power and 17 more agility. My good, that's what we needed. So yeah, VaeluV's in good shape for the Dragon Lord when he gets down.
I'm kind of inclined to just mark this race as a tie.
Excuse me.
Let me explain. One, VaeluV went above and beyond getting level 14 and letting us see that. That was exciting, and the beatdown on the Dragon Lord is going to be a blast. Not only that, also, after I got the coordinates and after he'd gotten the harp from them, still found a Sparko tile and searched it.
I never did get to the Sparkover bridge. I don't know if anyone really knew what I was doing right in the beginning, but I saw one and I like walked across to look at it across the ocean, longingly across the river. I'm like, please, let me find you one day. And I never did get to it. Well, I guess that is a good reason for this to be a tie then. I'll have to... We'll have to do a tiebreaker. No, I take that back.
We'll just push you both forward into the next round. It can be a 3-way race.
Alright.
Yes, you're going to be going up against the winner of the Rye Guy Hangry Canuck fight. I think they're playing tomorrow. But yeah, any final thoughts on this seed?
It was just quite a bit of fun, actually. It's, you know, it's always nice to have a really fast-paced seed that doesn't hurt more, because it feels really productive that way. But, yeah, it was quite good. Just quick shout-outs to the community for helping put this race on, to you two for doing the commentary, and to the trackers, and to the restreamer. It was quite good, so I'm excited for next week.
Thanks so much, and GG's.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here we've got VaeluV off to Dragon Lord, which will take about 3 swings of the sword. Oh, he got hit for 30. Yep, this should be reasonably easy as a fight. Yeah, I'm not sure what the numbers are, but that defense is quite high. just fighting against the angry menu boss here. Because now he actually does have Hurt More, which must have been at level 14.
Oh, okay. I actually can't watch this right now. My computer's internet just died. Luckily, I'm on call on my phone.
Well, he's fighting the Dragon Lord, and he's doing well.
I
Probably
shocked.
like 2 more swings.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's gonna have like 32 MP left over, I bet.
That's in fact exactly how many MP he has right now. And wins with a swing at 25 damage. Wowie. Casts some return and heads into the castle to get your GGs out in chat for VaeluV, who did a fairly solid job of under 130 here in this season. And an official SRL time of 1:26:38. Which is now. Yeah, so let's see if we can get VaeluV in here for an... did you say you lost your computer, so I assume that means also IRC?
Yes.
In which case, I need to send him the thing?
Please.
Let me do that real quick. Alright, we're getting VaeluV in here for an interview. Meanwhile, thanks to everybody for watching this stream tonight. We're doing lots and lots of races. Like we said, we have 50 people in this tournament, and we're doing all of the first round races. So, here we go. We are joined by VaeluV, who finished the seed in 126. GG's.
Thank you. It was an interesting seed. I thought it started out pretty good. Obviously, I'm playing against, the Sparkover. She's got like bridges and stuff named after her. So the competition was going to be rough. So I was glad to at least make it, within 20 minutes or so of her. Yes, the Sparkover. But yeah, I thought it started out pretty good, but I get lost on those maps, and there's like little corners that I'm like, I didn't check there, let's go back, and it turns out that it was like just literally a corner. I think that's what really bit me in the end. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's good, interesting thing. Nice, having the couple of keys at the start and being able to just grind that up and not have to worry about those from the beginning. Kind of sets you at ease going in, and then it's like, what other horrible things? Like everything knew sleep. That was a
little rough.
Yeah, but I was pretty happy with how it was going until I started getting kind of lost there in the middle end, trying to find the drop cave and Erdrick's sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be the boss of the game sometimes.
And it seems like they were just out in the open there, too. I just didn't go that way. I decided to check all the other little nooks and crannies first.
Yeah, sometimes if like there's too big a one contiguous area, it's really easy if something's right in the middle of it to just walk right by it and never see it on your screen.
Yeah, it's like I checked all the edges, but I didn't check the middle.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah,
Sneaky
it was
caves.
good fun. Yeah, those sneaky caves. I was glad that I went all the way to the bottom of the grave and got the Erdrick sword there, and that it wasn't the bottom of the mountain cave. There was an axe knight or an armor knight that sent me home, literally on top of that chest. I thought I could fight him, and I couldn't. So I'm glad that wasn't anything of use.
You both ran into an armored knight on that same tile.
The spike tile must have been put in the wrong place, I guess.
She got there a little bit later and had heal more at the time, so she was able to run away eventually.
Fair enough.
But it took a while.
Fair enough. But yeah, it's I enjoyed it. I don't know. It was an interesting scene. Was there anything? Did I do anything weird during it? I don't know.
No, I mean the big difference between you two was that Sparkover did grind enough gold to pick up the flame sword, which meant she was able to beat up a lot more stuff along the walk. Because you were hand axing your way through things.
I was considering that, and I was just thinking, I'm going to find an Erdrick sword at some point. My strength is high. I'm doing all right with this hand axe, so I figured just go for it. But I actually had considered grinding up for the flame sword. I hadn't seen it yet when I did my gold grind, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
but
big
when
factor.
but when I did see it, I did kind of think, should I? No, let's just. I was getting like 16 strength and 19 strength levels, so I figured. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We did also notice that you checked the Sparkover bridge, which was a very noble effort, even after you had searched the actual.
Well, I'm racing against Sparkover. I have to check her bridge. It's
It's true.
So yes, had to do it.
So any other final thoughts on the scene? Good job, GG.
No, just thanks everybody for for putting this together. Great race, Sparkover. Thanks for racing against me against it, and I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the tourney as it unfolds.
Yeah, thanks so much for racing. GG's to both Sparkover and VaeluV today. And how about you, Zarnax? Do you have any final thoughts on today's seed?
It was a lot of fun to watch. A couple interesting decision points, and a lot of, especially that end was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
The big strength gains, and then sword on top of it all at once was a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of these matches too. It's not over for you yet, VaeluV. It's double elimination, so we got more to come.
I'm a little confused on that because I saw something about being at the bottom of a bracket, and I was like, I'm on the bottom of this. It looks like it on this bracket. So okay, cool. I got another one. I guess it's do or die next week then.
There's a second whole bracket for everyone who loses in the first round, which will be on the page if you scroll through it.
Oh, okay. I just didn't scroll so far. Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to that too. I'll keep practicing, and hopefully we'll do better next time.
Yeah. Well, good luck next week.
Thank you.
And yeah, we do have. We're restreaming all our matches through a few different networks, and we got a schedule linked in the chat now to keep up on all the tournament goings on. This is a fun one.
We have another match starting in just 10 minutes, I believe, on that schedule, so check it out. There's more races tonight. There'll be more races tomorrow. There'll be more races all week. And then next week. And the week after that, races forever.
Forever.
Never
Maybe
end.
not forever. Well, thanks for joining us. GG Sparkover. Thanks for the help on commentary, Asmati.
Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely.
Bye, everybody.
I think that's a wrap. Have a good night, everyone.